I wanted to take a moment, Madam Speaker, to fully explain and describe the nature of this problem. And I hope the American people who are listening will understand now why I say we've got a national crisis, and this is why we need my bill. The Financial Inclusion and Banking Act, a bill I was proud to introduce earlier this year, gets to the heart of this issue. This is what it does. It directs the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau to, one, research factors standing in the way of financial inclusion of the American people so we can understand the hurdles that these individuals and our consumers face. Number two, the bill will also direct the CFPB to recommend best practices to increase participation in the formal banking sectors, to bring our consumers out of the shadows of risky, predatory, alternative financial services. And three, my bill will direct the CFPB to work with minority depository banks, African American-owned banks and institutions, consumer advocates, civil rights groups, to make sure that their recommendation, they are out there grappling day to day with the unbanked and underbanked. They need to be brought into the table so we can learn from these groups what we must do in order to reflect the needs of this most marginalized and unbanked consumers among us, and the most underserved communities across our nation, while also simultaneously strengthening and growing many of the minority-owned banking institutions, African American institutions particularly, because, Madam Speaker, do you know that there has not been a new African American owned bank in the last 25 years, and that we are losing minority banking ownership? What better opportunity? Who knows best this group that is marginalized? We will be able to solve two problems: enrich and grow our minority depository institutions, while at the same time providing a way to stop nearly 58 million Americans out of the grasp of these predators and into our great banking system. And finally, H.R. 4067 will direct the CFPB to promote strategies to improve financial education. You cannot have consumer financial protection for the American people if you don't have consumer financial education for the American people. That is an integral part which will empower them with the tools necessary to manage their financial lives. Personal financial education is the key, especially for our young people. But you know how terribly critical this issue is? Only 17 states in our nation of 50 public school systems even require a course in financial education. Only 17. We can do much better. This bill will start the wheel to moving. And we're going to be bringing another bill so that we can be able to give the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau grant-making authority Madam Speaker, we're the richest nation in the world. We need to apply our resources, and we need to pass legislation that will mandate the teaching of financial education in all 50 states, not just 17. Well, I got to thank a lot of people for my bill that's been working with me. And first, I want to thank our chair lady, Miss Maxine Waters, who has been working with us, and her staff, and my staff, as we tackle this issue. I want to also thank my friends from the other side, the Republicans, who are working with us as well. For this is not a Democratic issue or a Republican issue. This is an American issue, and we will bring the energy to make sure that we are able to pass this bill. And so I'm proud to put the bill forth, and I urge my colleagues to vote in favor of it, and I want